Hello my lovelies, and welcome to another video diary about a photo shoot for our Wheel of the Year pagan calendar. Today we're going to be doing the photo for Imbolc, which proved to be one of the easiest to do and also one of the most complicated. Now, the reason I say it was more difficult is, can you hear my pug? Can you hear him chucking away here? The reason I say it was more... Take two. So why do I say it was a difficult photograph? Well, it wasn't down to the model. Dexter was a brilliant model. And, you know, the amount of props and costume that were involved were minimal. And it wasn't the location. It was easy access. It was a beautiful old yew tree and absolutely perfect for our needs. No, what was difficult was this. That was the problem. That's right. You see, it's September. It's quite temperate. We've still got quite a few days with blue skies and sunshine, and all the trees are still in leaf. Everything's still green. And Imbolc starts on the 1st of February. You see, if our photograph's meant to represent Imbolc, then the trees should all be bare of leaves, and you know, the sky should be dark and grey, and there shouldn't be any real grass on the ground, and you know, maybe a little bit of frost, and you should see a breath blooming in the air. That was the difficulty. However, we were able to overcome it all, as you'll see. And we didn't need AI either. You find us back at the Hellfire Club Caves because we came here to film the Samhain photo shoot, but while we were here we discovered this little grove of beautiful old yew trees, and one yew tree in particular was just perfect for what we wanted. So that's where we're going to be shooting today.
So yeah, so lift your chin up a bit, and we'll take your glass off when we're ready. But
this is Dexter, our model. We're just trying the outfit up. We've got this lovely old grove of yew trees here.
Salt it, yeah.
Oh yeah, we're just going to spread some rock salt around now to make it look a bit more frosty on the ground. See, physical effects. Who needs AI when you've got salt? Plus, of course, we're keeping the devil away during the filming. Very useful. That's lovely.
I'm going to get filthy dirty, but who cares?
Yeah. Imbolc falls about halfway between the winter solstice and the spring equinox, and it's the time of year when it's not quite spring yet. It's just starting to get hints of spring, but you know that the winter has passed. That's the big thing. So it used to be a celebration of the fact we got through the winter, because of course if you hadn't laid up enough food and supplies and enough firewood to keep you warm through the winter, you wouldn't make it back in the day. So it was a celebration of the fact we've made it through the winter, good times are ahead. There's also the fact that the first flowers are starting to show, you know, the first snowdrops and maybe a few crocuses. The ground is starting to thaw out and can be broken up now, and maybe start thinking about what you're going to plant in terms of food crops once the spring gets going properly. And, you know, there are plenty of records, pre-Christian records, and records going back, particularly in Ireland, thousands of years, showing that this was a time of celebration. There's some debate over what the name Imbolc actually means. There's a whole load of different theories. The most compelling, I would say, is that it's a corruption of an old Irish word that means basically in the belly. Because this is the time when all the sheep were pregnant and you're waiting for the lambing season. There's another theory that it stems from a proto-Celtic word that may mean ewe's milk, or milk from the ewe. Either way, it's still a celebration of the fact that the sheep are all in lamb. There's new life on the way. There's going to be milk soon, that both for the lambs and for humans to use and to make into cheese and cream and all those other things. Plus, of course, a bountiful supply of meat in a few months' time. So it was a very celebratory time. Cherry strawberry? Trying to figure it out. We're using a vape to simulate cold breath. Physical effects. Physical effects. It's much better than doing AI or CGI or whatever.
Right, okay. The only thing I suggest you might do, it's great when your arms right up. What would you like to do?
Oh, stepped on it.
What modern pagans call Imbolc was originally a festival celebrating Brigid, one of the Celtic gods. But the Christianized Romans, very, very canny people, when they first arrived in Britain and realized that they had to try and turn around people's beliefs in this country, what they did was, instead of banning all the things that people had grown up celebrating, they just Christianized them. They built them into the Christian calendar. As I've said in an earlier video, you know, Yule became Christmas, Ostara became Easter, Beltane became May Day. Easter still doesn't quite fit. I mean, it's quite interesting that Easter is still decided by being the, you know, it's the first Sunday after the equinox following a full moon. It's still slightly pagan the way Easter's calculated, but when it came to Imbolc, that was an interesting one, because the celebration was all about the arrival of new life. But the fact that there was this goddess Brigid attached to it, they canonized her. They made her St Brigid. And St Brigid's Day is a massive celebration in Ireland every year. You go over to Ireland, particularly the Republic of Ireland, St Brigid's Day is a big, big day in the Christian calendar over there. Even if its roots are sort of buried deep in paganism, it's very much a Christian festival now. So it's quite interesting that it's sort of held on in two different ways, both as Imbolc for modern neopaganism and as St Brigid's Day for Christians. And there's no reason why the two can't be side by side. They don't disagree with each other at all. It's still a celebration of the arrival of spring and new life. Yeah, so this will be the kind of pregnancy shot for you holding your bump, because you're about to give birth to all the life in the world. So just pull your hair out. Just careful about where I put my hands. They were up, right, lovely. Yes, this is where we got the fake pregnancy bump, so that Dex is now looking as if she's giving birth to spring and all the life in the world. How wonderful is that? Yeah, and hands underneath your bump and hold it up a bit high. Yeah, that looks nice with the bump and the head down. That's very nice. Very nice. Well, that's it for another one of these videos. Not many more to go now. In the meantime, it's back to miscellaneous meandering. It's back to making more weird and wonderful musical instruments and other crafty things. And I'll see you in the next video. Toodle pip. And don't forget that our Neo-Pagan Wheel of the Year calendar is now available to pre-order. UK residents simply scan the QR code. Overseas customers email us at copa.artist@gmail.com and we'll try and work out the cheapest way of posting it to you. Thanks very much. If you've enjoyed this video, then please consider subscribing, or click on some of these links to look at some of the other videos on the channel, or press the like button, or leave a comment. It would be lovely to hear from you. Any combination of those four things would be wonderful. Thank you very much.